What is going on, everybody? It's Frontz, and we're here for a review of Sword of the Vagrant. As you can see here, I have hit New Game Plus. This game is interesting. It feels like it has like a Metroidvania vibe. Okay, New Game Plus can do whatever. I'm just gonna, and I don't even care. That's not the issue. This game has some issues. It has a lot of issues. One of the issues for me is the ability system. As you can see, this is the ability where I just went to New Game Plus. And this I do not like. I do not like the way this was done. This right here, I don't like the way. Like the Rune Warden one, I only got to 9. This was the way it should have been done for everything on here. Where, as you can see, go down this road here, attack strength level 1, strength level 2, 3, and so on as this entire thing. Why could this not have been a a node like the Rune Warden one where it has 5 different levels? And it's all over the place. Like, I don't like the fact that they did this whole webbing here. It's just so badly put together and everything. There's like you have to like if you want to like there's different abilities in this game. You find them as you go along, or skills as you go along. You have like Impulse Blade, Force Heaven's Fall, Shining Assault, Tornado Slash, and Polar Strike. Um, and you sit here and you just you can level them up, and then like they have like extras here, but you have to go through this section right here to get to most of these. Meditation level 5, then you have to get meditation level 6. And this stuff was getting a very expensive. Like the highest one outside of that 99,999 is this one here, which costs 30,000, 15% more damage while in air, which honestly, in my opinion, it actually feels useless. Um, they also have your skills. Obviously, like I said, you have equipment here that you can get like weapons. Like I have all these weapons here that are all the same. None of the weapons are different. If you max them out, you they're all going to be the same. Obviously, the biggest thing is the boon slots that they have. You can have up to 4 if you have it up to 5 stars. As you can see here, I have 4 star. I have my 4 runes on here. They give you a little thing down here, which I do like. I do like the fact that they have that. You can add things up. Like you can go to armor and you can get like defense increases, attack increases. You can get critical increases. You can add things. Um, One of my biggest issues also is the fact that like you have equipment here. You have potions. Potions for HP and rage. But if you run into something that poisons you, you have to go over to items, go to consumables, and then find your antidote. Of course, mine's at the top because I sold everything above it. But like, say you haven't sold a single item in here, and the antidote's like down here where the spinach is. You have to go to consumables and then look for your antidotes to be able to heal yourself. And of course, early on, if you run into a poison thing, you're going to take a significant amount of damage because your defense is not that high. So there is that. The equipment variety, the biggest issue I have with the weaponry is obviously I have the Lich King's Memory and I have the Incinerator, which are two of the best weapons you get in the final area. And the Big Rose Hammer too. This one's a pretty. It looks like a small little dagger, but it's a it's a lightning fast weapon. It does a lot of damage. Um, Another thing about this game is that you like, as you can see, gold, which I have a lot of gold, and mana. Mana, of course, is like your health, is your move. It's how you upgrade your abilities. It's how you upgrade weapons if you go out of your way to find one that's be upgraded. And one of my biggest issues with this entire game is that you don't like obviously with a game like this, grinding is going to be a thing. You want to find a grind room. I didn't find a grind room. I wonder if I can go anywhere. Can I travel anywhere? No. Like all these are all because of everything. Uh, the best place to grind for a vast majority of the game, in my opinion, was right after a boss, like right outside of a boss area called the throne room. It's like I think this spot, it would be this one point right here. Like it's literally you're getting just for fighting this one horde, you're getting 500 like 550 mana per attack, and like they can spawn in and out, and they're not that hard to fight. So for the while, that's why I was doing most of my farming. I did find one later in the final area, which was giving me 1,000 per fight per battle, but in between the throne room and the final area, like the spot I found in the final area, there was like no place that I could sit there and grind up mana if I really wanted to. They also have this dungeon too that you can do like a boss rush dungeon if you wanted to, but in my opinion, that's a bunch of it's just, and it really wasn't worth getting that because like I could get more doing my grind rooms than I could in the first two bosses. It just felt like it was a waste of time. Um, the game, action, the graphics look good. I think the graphics look great for this for this type of game. As you can see here, it's a very well drawn, well done looking area. You have like you have I think six different maps that you go to, and with plenty enough spawn like teleport points as well. As you can see, this little stone tablet, you'll find some of these, and they'll unlock all these. You'll be able to go from different places. Some of them, I think, like the last five are in the final area, but they give you a lot of options of what you want to do. Like if you want to come back here, like and get something, you can do that. Obviously, as you start out, you would have to sit here and like say, oh, if I wanted to bring this up to a certain level, I need holy water, which you have to find in a certain area. There's also like if you want to do these fire ones, you're gonna need a flamestone or a thunderheart or some other item. Find those along the way. They don't tell you. So in my opinion, you want to go through every single area of every single map just so you can find these weapons. Like this weapon I have here, I didn't have for a good while. And I thought the Lich King memory, which I found early on in the final area, was going to be the best weapon I could find. And while I was doing my runs of grinding for mana, I went to an off room and went up to the top of it, and there was a chest there that had this weapon. And thankfully, I got this weapon because it is a very good weapon. It gives you fire. Now, obviously, when it comes to your skills, you can set 4 up. You have A for the normal one. You have let me get this rage up. You have like up for attack. You have as well. Now, obviously, the best one was that one, but you have other abilities too, which I did not use that much. Obviously, like this is just the chicken you can't kill. It just do a little damage here and there. Just it's like a damage calculator if you can figure out how much you can do. They have shops everywhere. When it comes to weaponry, though, when it comes to shopping, the only thing really you need to do is buy weapons. Not weapons, but potions for rage if you want to do that, or health. Because early on, you're gonna find as you go through the game, you're gonna find weapons, even the ones that you find in stores. One of my biggest complaints also about one of my biggest issues from the early part of the game, I think it's in here. Wait, is this the blacksmith? There's the blacksmith. No, this is not the blacksmith. That's just kill that guy and whatever. There's a weapon that at the time, if I can find the blacksmith, at the time that you guys looks like the most powerful weapon that you can get at the time. Let me see it. No, this is just a sword. It's called okay, yeah, here it is. I think. Oh, where's he at? You see somebody in here? Oh, it's here. All right, let's talk to this guy here. Like I come here. Yeah, talk to him. And then you come down here and he had this weapon. And right now it says 14,250 because I have a box that knocks down the thing. But when you start this and you come into this game first, you come to this town, he wants 50,000 gold for this. 50,000. And I'm sorry, it's not worth 50,000. And by the time you find one of these, and by the time I found one of those in the world, I already had weapons that were doing 100 plus before you upgrade them. So, like, I looked at that and I'm like, why does this guy want 50,000? Obviously, you know you have your shooting attack, you have your strong attack. Honestly, when you're doing the boss fights later on, this is like your move. This is all you do. You spam this. And then I want to talk about the bosses. The bosses, in my opinion, I have a problem with is that from jump, every single boss, the majority of the bosses have 5 health bars. Not one, not two, but 5. You have to whittle them down 5 times to be able to beat them. That and it's like the first boss, they have you jump in to fight the first boss, and it's like you have 5 health bars. And it'd be one thing if like you took down the 2 bars and then they changed the form and they had a second phase. But a lot of these bosses, it's just like it's the same thing over and over. They don't have a different phase. They don't change how they fight. It's just kill the entire, like fight their entire. And then there's the map too, which the map feels a little Metroidvania-ish. It really does. But the bosses, like they aren't like a lot of them aren't hard. There is like one or two that did give me a little bit of trouble because of some ads, BS, and everything. But the bosses themselves, they were different. There wasn't a single boss that felt like, oh, this is just gonna be a repaint. No, it's just, I'll get to that in a minute. I'll get to that in a minute. I gotta turn that off. I totally I'm doing a review here. Um, it's just the bosses I had like, and then after you beat the bosses, you can come back later, and there's gonna be this owl in a suit, has a portal there that you can go into those portals and fight those bosses again for, I'd say, a medium amount of a reward. Not something that's worth doing those boss fights for. The story is okay. It's nothing special. You're a rune warden who, you're known as a rune warden who entire family is wiped out. Um, for one reason or another, you find out later that you were being raised because of your previous lives, like having a curse put on your bloodline that everyone in your bloodline is to be the vessel of the great wizard Magnus, in which obviously your father tried to break that curse. Your sister was killed because of it. You were here on your own, but on your journey, you get attacked and pretty much cursed by a supposed to be righteous woman to do bidding for her. If not, she will kill you, and that's basically that. And then you have to go through and try and stop her eventually, before she tries to take over and become like the goddess of darkness. And that's basically the story. Nothing too heavy about it. It's an okay story. Like the game itself, it was fun. I got hours into it. I got we save here. I got almost 20 hours into it. This is New Game Plus, which is interesting. I'm not going to play through New Game Plus just because this game doesn't feel like it's worth a New Game Plus. There's not enough to it. Like obviously, maybe my ability wheel wasn't supposed to be this filled by the time I got done, and maybe they were like, oh, maybe you can go through and fill it even more. The only two things I have left is like 999,999 or another 30,000 here to finish that off, and that's it. And then it's like, why would I want to play New Game Plus? Story wasn't great enough to do a New Game Plus. It was okay. Gameplay's good. I mean, the hacking and slashing, you can like slash through enemies like that. You can do those combinations too. Like I can come up here, go like that. So slide too. You have multiple special abilities. You have a dodge as well. Obviously a heal. Dodge one way or the other. You can buy weaponry, you can buy stuff. You can also cook food. That's what some of the items can. You have consumed of all this stuff. You can actually cook food. The way you do that is you go find different merchants, buy food from them, and apparently that makes it so that you can make those foods for yourself later at campfires, which are the other type of saves that you have in this game. But overall, if I would look at this, I would have to give this a 6 out of 10. That like it was I was leaning on a 6 or a 7, and then you get to the final boss. You fight the final boss. The final boss was not that difficult. I mean, you have 3 different bosses in quotes. You have to fight a previous boss that you fought that because I'm all the way powered up, I was easily ace through. Got a mini boss in between the final actual boss, and then you beat the final boss, and it's not Magnus. You're not fighting Magnus, and it's like it feels like you're setting up to have that one big final boss fight, that big final boss fight, and then it just ends. It just ends. it just ends and you get no. You don't get to fight Magnus. You don't get to like. Maybe you have to beat New Game Plus. I don't know. But overall, I'd have to give this a 6 out of 10. It's not the best thing in the. It's serviceable. It's a fine game, but yeah, that's all I can say about that. I give this a 6 out of 10. Let me know what you think down in the comment section below. Hit that subscribe button. I will see you guys for whatever I come up with next. Until then, my Frontz, and I'll see you guys